Hello and welcome back to Final Fantasy III. Last time we helped the Vikings by taming a sea dragon by putting a gem into the eye of a statue that's replicated of him, and we got a ship called the Enterprise. Well, essentially what we're going to do is just going to sail out of this little valley area and kind of come all the way down here to the very first village that you're going to see. And this village is called Tokkul. Hi guys, how's it going? Oh, wait, no. Okay, well, I'm glad you guys aren't running away from me like that. Why is that guy, running away? Can you tell? What? I'm not gonna kill you! What on earth is going on around here? I guess we're just gonna have to, really find out. Hey! Why is he running away from me? Hello? Can you explain to me what's going on? Why would I want your child? No, I'm not one of them. Can you explain to me who these soldiers? Wow. I wonder who these soldiers were with. Who's ruling them? They wore the seal of Argus? Are you serious? Argus, just as a refresher, is the guy who gave Sid the engine for his last airship. Why? He sounded like such a nice guy. There's something really fishy going on. There's nothing inside this house in terms of what my map is telling me. So let's just go ahead and kind of explore here a little bit. Hello, Mr. Moogle. Is there any... No, nothing from Topapa. Oh, I feel like my buttons are mixed up here, which is kind of weird. I'm gonna have to look into that between episodes. Looks like all the houses here are boarded up. But actually there is a hidden item that I'm going to be missing here. If you check this little area here, you got the Bacchus's cider. If I remember right... Oh, I mean, we can talk to Desh. I think my buttons are definitely mixed up. Yeah, they really have, haven't they? I mean, I'm kind of right there with you on that one, guys. Now, if you go into your items... Oh my gosh. Maybe I need to fix that now. It's going to be bothering me. Let's sort. And Bacchus's cider is going to increase the attack speed. I rarely ever use this. I'll probably use this on a boss battle, if anything. But otherwise, I don't really touch it. Alright, I'm going to work on my controls and be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm having some issues with some controller buttons. Not really letting me reset on Steam for some reason, but I'll just have to get used to a couple buttons being swapped around. Hey, how's it going? Oh, there's a demon in the sands to the west. A tree? A giant tree? That's a demon? Oh, come on now. Surely you jest. Well, let's go ahead and head this way, actually, because there's going to be... Oh, a great bow. There we go. And there's also going to be something behind his house that we're going to want. At least I think it's behind the house. No, maybe not. It's probably inside the house. Hey guys, how's it going? Oh, you're the elder here, huh? Yes, I have. I heard they are with their King Argus's soldiers, apparently. They took away our grain, our water, and any able-bodied townsfolk. So they left the elderly, women, and children, it sounds like. And from the looks of it. That's horrible. Please, you must speak with them. I mean, I did, actually. Now, if you go in here, there's a couple secret items. A serpent sword and a kempo-gi. And we can also talk to Desh here. Yeah, they sure have, haven't they? I mean... I think they are with King Argus. I mean, I agree with you that I don't think he'd make such heinous acts, but I don't know. There's a lot of strange things that have been happening after the earthquake. So it's possible. Got my menu button wrong. Anywho, so let's... I gotta remember that I got the button switched. Let's make sure that Luneth... Actually, no, we have a serpent sword. And I really don't want two serpent swords. If you're using a monk, that Kempo-gi would 100% come in handy. And let's go and talk to this person over here. Oh, yeah. I mean, I won't be using them, but I will sell them. Let's see. Now, I think there's going to be probably in here. No, maybe it is behind the house. Or it's in one of these pots. Okay, I'm looking for a Lamia scale. Oh, it's gonna be in a bush. I think I got the wrong house. But hey, you know, we got some items there. Oh, there we go. There's the Lamia scale I was looking for. And there's also something else on the other side of town. Have I talked to everybody yet? Oh, yes. Tell me all about the crystals. Village of the Ancients on the other side is what he just mentioned. Oh, really? Interesting. Is that all you have to say? Oh, I guess that is. Hello, how's it going? Instead of being how people can see into the future. Really? Wow. That's all you're gonna say? Okay. Now around here is an ice staff. Okay, so let's go ahead and hop into our menu, and we're gonna want to give that ice staff to Arc over here because it'll cast Blizzard in case we ever run out of spell charges. So now we can cast Fire and Blizzard at our convenience, which will definitely be handy. Now, I think that's about everything we can actually get inside of this town, it looks like. So just make sure you grab all the items. Yeah, there's nothing else here, and we already kind of talked to everybody. So let's go ahead and head to the west and kind of see what the Village of the Ancients is all about. Yes, we did. We got our own ship. Exotic ports. There's exotic ports? I mean, I would be disappointed too if I was Refia. Jeez, I mean, are you sure you're not like, you know, Zelos from Tales of Symphonia and wants to hit on all the women? There's that floating tree they were talking about. We're gonna have some new enemies. I'm not really gonna look up their bios or anything, but usually like enemies like this will be weak to wind elemental damage, the griffins. And you can basically use anything that you want to use on these guys. Actually, let's go ahead and have Ingus just attack. I'll go and speed this up here a little bit. I don't think they have more than like a few hundred HP. They're probably around level 10 to 13 at most. So as long as you just kind of... Actually, yeah, let's just let Otto decide what we're going to do. Probably the same thing we just did. And they'll give off some minimal experience. And not really a huge threat or anything, so I wouldn't really worry too much about that. Too bad we can't really run on the overworld, but do we really need to? Just a couple more of the same enemies, griffins and everything. Now, there is a chocobo forest right there, but we're going to hold off on going there for right now. We'll go in there in just a little bit. Now we made it to the Village of the Ancients. I wonder what's so ancient about it. Hey, how's it going? Oh, really? Now we live by the land and as our rule commands. Huh. Guarding the Tower of Owen. What's the Tower of Owen? We got our basic inn here. You can rest up here if you need to. You can also like buy some stuff. This is the first time we've seen high potions, which we really don't need high potions at this time. Like, they're really expensive. We don't have a lot of money. So I would just kind of focus more on stuff that we will be using. Like echo herbs are pretty important. So let's just buy like a few of those. A couple of mallets would be good. We got plenty of eye drops, and we could buy a couple more antidotes, and just a few potions would be good. That's the kind of stuff I would really focus on. I wouldn't really worry too much about the high potions at this time, but later on we'll definitely be buying those. Hey, how's it going? Really? Are you telling me this continent is floating? Like in the sky? Sort of like in Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword? Interesting. So it's a pillar that supports our continent, built by the ancients to bring balance between light and darkness. Wow, that's quite a tale there, old man. And I believe this is a revival spring. Yeah, so none of my party members are knocked out at the moment, so we are pretty okay. Really? Did they build any pyramids? No, I'm kidding. Oh. They attempted to harness the power of the light, assuming there was nothing they can do, but they thought wrong. So the 4 warriors emerged from the world of darkness and stopped the destructive forces. Really? What kind of destructive forces? Bringing chaos and destruction in its wake, all we can do is wait for... I mean, we're chosen to be the next 4 warriors, so any more information will be very helpful. Now, we don't have sight yet. This is a pretty good spell, especially back on the Famicom or Pixel Remaster. Oops. I just want to buy one for the sake of my inventory. Now, I do... Let's see. I mean, I want to make sure we have all our spell charges here. Teleport, yes, buy one. Blinda, buy one of those. And... I think it would be wise to get a second Kira spell, but let's go ahead and hold off on that for right now. Gosh, I really want to make sure that Ingus has one of these. Make sure he has all 3 of the necessary spell charges. Let's go and make sure they got those equipped. I really don't like my buttons being backwards. It's gonna throw me off. Alright, let's go ahead and make sure Refia gets what she needs. Sight. Teleport. Because we'll be using that more than Blinda. Perfect. We're still missing a level 2 spell. But we'll be getting that a little later. At least Ingus does have the Cure spell, so that's really nice. Now let's make sure he has Blazara. And also Thundara. There we go. Looking sharp there, Ingus. He doesn't really need a full set of spells, but I would like him to have more, believe it or not. Can he equip the Serpent Sword? Ah, he can. Well, that's actually very handy. And we're actually going to be finding another Serpent Sword inside of this village. Let me go and show you where it's at. After I talk to this guy. The rule commands us to let ourselves be guided by the Great Will. What is the Great Will? Now, the Serpent Sword should be... let me check. Okay, it's between the 2 houses on the right side here. So maybe it's like around here somewhere? Oh, here it is, another Serpent Sword. I'm so glad that Ingus can actually equip this. In my last playthrough, I turned him into a monk just to kind of change up my playstyle a little bit. Monks, red mages, sages, black belts, whatever you really want to turn him into. I like turning him into a Dark Knight as well, which is pretty cool. So he's usually just like that extra job class, you know, but usually 2 Malaya warriors, 2 mages is a really safe bet, especially if it's your first time playing through the game. Huh, really? No, I've not seen a Chocobo yet. Not in this playthrough anyways. Alright, now we got the armor shop. Now, I don't believe we need to buy a flame mail, but let me... Okay, I was right. So don't buy the flame mail. We'll be finding that in the next... in a couple areas from now, so go ahead and just leave that alone. We are going to want to make sure that we sell any unnecessary stuff right now. Like, I'm really not going to be using this... Oh my gosh. The Spark Dagger. I really need to figure out my controller stuff. Spark Dagger can go away. Mithril Swords, those are gone. I don't plan on using an archer, but we'll keep the Great Bow for right now, I guess. We'll sell this. Anything we're not really using, I would just kind of get rid of. It helps clear up inventory. I'll keep the Kempo Gi for now. So let's just go ahead and buy 2 mage robes, because our defense for our mages are severely lacking, as you can tell. And yeah, I mean, I would like to get a flame mail for Ingus down there, but honestly, a shell armor would be better. So actually, let's sell one more thing. Let's sell, oh my gosh. Let's sell the Great Bow. Great Bow. Oh, I got 2 Great Bows. You know, I'm not really going to be using that kind of stuff anyways. Now let's buy a shell armor. Just 1. All right, let's go and equip all that. Ah, my goodness, this is the episode of controller issues. Well, not so much issues with the controller, more like just my buttons being switched. Maybe it was better the other way I had it. Let's see, just gotta... All right, let's go ahead and go down to our mages. Mage robe, shell armor. Beautiful. And everything got anything else for them? All right, so now their defense is greatly increased, which is what we're going to be needing anyways. And I believe there's a couple more people to talk to. Magnet's not really important. Yeah, let's go and talk to the kid. Hey, how's it going? You'll give me a prize if I run around the edge of the continent on a chocobo? Well, you better hope I don't fall off. Especially if what that elder was saying was true, that it's a floating continent. Now that could be dangerous, if you know what I mean. Hey, how's it going? Light and darkness have their own will. Really? A will that transcends that of mere mortals. Oh. The crystals exist to bring balance between these two forces. I mean, if you say so. The crystals choose 4 mortals and bless them with their power. At tilted towards darkness, the warrior's light will be chosen, which is us, and tasked with bringing equilibrium to the world once more. And there's also a weapon shop right here. I usually don't buy anything at this weapon shop. He has serpent swords, fire, ice, and light staffs. Yeah, we can give that to Refia to cast some attack spells if we need to, but I usually like keeping her on the defense, so I'm not going to worry about those particular ones. And if you're using a rogue, like someone like an archer, then these are going to be a lot of stuff you can stock up on in case you want to use the bow and arrows and keep track of your arrow count. I'd rather not do that. So there's nothing here that I'm particularly interested in, but feel free to stock up depending on your play style. All right, a kid just said he'd give us a prize if we'd go around the continent on a chocobo. So I say we should take him up on that offer and kind of see what that surprise is all about. All right, so if we head on in here, let's go ahead and hop on a chocobo. Now chocobo's so cute. Let's go right. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Hold on. There we go. Edge of the continent. Doesn't really matter which direction you go, as long as you go around the edge. That's more or less what matters. Plus, we can kind of see a little more of the world. And no, you can't fall off. I'm kidding about that. And so we'll be exploring a lot more. Like, there's a village over there that we can't get to right now, but we can get there on boat someday. Someday soon, I'd imagine. So what is your favorite Final Fantasy bird or monster or pet? Like, chocobos are a classic favorite. I remember the Mystery Dungeon game with the chocobo for the Wii. I used to play that one a lot. And I never did a playthrough of that game. I'd have to refresh my memory on it, but I definitely like the little scarfs that the chocobos have and the spin-off games. I think they're a lot of fun. I think yep, here we are. We're just about back. All right, let's go see what my prize is. That kid owes me one. Yeah, it's gonna be one more set of stairs. Aha, there he is. What's my prize? I mean, good walk. You mean work? Yeah, that's what I thought. Cool. Gnomish bread. Oh, come on, kid. Are you serious? You can get unlimited amount of gnomish breads if you want to keep running around in circles, but I wouldn't waste your time doing that. Just because there's so many other things we could be doing with our money. I mean, our time. We'll have plenty of money to buy that stuff anyways. Let's sort. So the gnomish bread also displays a detailed map. So let's actually use one just for the sake of looking at it. So here we are. Here's our map of the floating continent that we just ran all around the edge for. Anything that is like highlighted essentially is kind of stuff that we've seen or we've been to, like we've explored it a bit. And there is a castle up there on the left side and a cave system, but we haven't quite been over there yet. And same with like the symbol up to the north. So if you ever do need to look at a map, I mean, this is one way of handling it, but you can also like just go online and buy a map for free if you ever feel so inclined. Let's see. Let's go and check out. All right, so let's go and take a look at my party's levels and stuff. Just had to take a quick pause break. So right now we are level 11. I would really recommend level grinding to at least like level 12 and kind of fighting enemies in the area here. Let's see if I can find one. Griffins. There's more than griffins around here, but I would highly recommend just kind of, using the inn at the Village of the Ancients and just essentially making sure that you can get a lot of those levels. And at least with auto battle, it's going to speed up the process quite a bit. So I would like to train to about level 13 or 14 for my party. And after that, we can continue on into the next area. But if you go a little too early, it's going to be a really hard time, and you're not going to want to do that. Will I gain a level? Aha! There we go. That's one level right there. So I'm going to go ahead and level grind a little bit off screen, and well, I'll be right back. Okay, I am back from all the level grinding, and I figured it'd be good to show you this cutscene because this one I actually have not shown you yet. Yeah, so we do want to see King Argus at some point, but like, I wonder... I mean, I don't know the technology behind an airship arc, but you know, we need to talk to Argus and see what's going on. King Argus, specifically. Anyway, if you go and let's go into my menu. So I got everyone to level 14. I almost stopped at 13 because I was kind of getting tired of the level grinding, but 14 is highly recommended. And then rest up at the inn. You get a lot more spell charges at 14, and plus our HP is well past the 240s, which will be helpful. So yeah, that's essentially what I would recommend. Now, in order for us not to walk all the way back to our boat, let's just go ahead and grab a chocobo. It'll save us quite a bit of time, and a lot of those enemy encounters I don't want to bother with. Alright, back to the Enterprise. Hold on. There we go. Now, we are going to have some fishy encounters, though, but basically every enemy that's on the sea is going to be weak to lightning, essentially. Now, there is like a spot over there that we'll explore another time, but it's not quite the Gulgan Gulch. And that is Castle Argus, but we're not going to explore that quite yet. Just a couple of the same enemies, the lizard men's. You just kind of hit them and you'll be just fine. If you'll kind of walk on over here where this cave is at, this is where the Gulgan Gulch is. Hey, how's it going? You're born sightless. Oh, but you can see into the future. I think I'd rather have my sights. Oh, come on, Luna, cross the bridge. Hey, how's it going? Yes, it sure did. You must go and seek the other 3 crystals, fire, water, and earth, and then we could be the Avatar. No Avatar here, but we do need their powers. Oh yeah, I kind of went through that a little quickly, but he senses the power of fire from the island of the dwarfs. You don't say. You live in this gulch, hidden from the world for oftentimes known the future leads to misfortune. So if you guys are all blind, how do you hunt for food? I'm just curious. Or does someone bring you your food? Like the Moogle up there? Oh, that's not good. We don't want the darkness to consume the world. It'll give birth to an unstoppable force that will destroy it. Wow. You guys are very morbid. I mean, we're not going to let that happen, though. That would be horrible. The powers of darkness have hidden the light from the remaining crystals. The crystals themselves have chosen to seal their powers. I mean, but do we blame them, though, for that? The earthquake was only the beginning. You don't say. There's nothing but harbingers of what is yet to come. Interesting. What do you have to say about all this? The weeping trees are calling for us. Yeah, we just kind of passed the forest, but we'll check that out some other time. When the tower begins to crumble, spewing flames of doom, is when the man who changes destinies will awaken. I wonder who that could be. Hello, how's it going? I mean, your eyes are closed, aren't you? I mean, do you guys even have eyes? Enter the Tower of Owen. Oh, it's Desh. It's his destiny? Wow. And here we get Toad. Wait, that was gonna be something else. Well, I mean, Toad's fine with me. We can turn into some Toads, or turn some enemies into Toads. I'm gonna learn more about Desh. There's a secret passage here that's not really so secret. Just make sure you kind of run around so you can get all the goodies. We get a mage. Oh, there's mage robes here, and an ice staff, and a fire staff. Okay, well, I guess I didn't need to buy that first. 2 mage robes, but you know, here's another one, anyways. Now, Refia can actually equip both of these staffs in case we want her casting Blizzard or Fire, since we have extras. That, or you can sell it. No big deal either way. So Desh has a destiny. Well, that's pretty cool. I wonder if everyone's born with a destiny in real life. Probably not, but it's cool to think about it if you say so. Oh, what's that? That shadow in the water, that lake. Well, that is something that we'll be exploring another time for sure. just some of the normal enemies. Now, I don't want to explore Castle Argus quite yet. We really don't need to speak to the king anyways, even if he is at home or not. And so here's one of our new enemies. This, let's not go so quick through the menu there. This is a Tangi, weak to lightning. So you can just cast Thunder on him. And I should probably heal up from my last battle. And we can also use Blizzard. Thankfully, these enemies don't really hit very hard. All the enemies at sea are not really a threat in any way. Like, you could just one-shot them with Thunder Magic. Although I would recommend saving the spell charges, but, you know, it's pretty easy. I do like the ship battles and whatnot. So we're just going to take our ship a little more north compared to where Castle Argus is at. Because that is what we want to see. Now we got another fish. I mean, I'm kind of hungry. Maybe we should get some fish for dinner. This is a killer fish, though. So you better kill him before he kills you. Again, you could also use Thunder if you really want to. And does anyone else need to be cured? Yeah, Ark does. And we can just, I don't know, cast Blizzard, I suppose. Either way, these enemies are just, don't really pose a challenge. Oh my gosh, I didn't even have to cast Thunder. Luna just one-shotted him. Yeah, if you're at least level 13, 14, you shouldn't have any problems whatsoever. All right, and here is the Tower of Owen that the Gulgans were telling us about. But we'll be exploring this next time on Final Fantasy III. So that being said, I'll see you guys then. Have a wonderful day. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It does help out the channel a lot, and it's always appreciated. Now we can also stay up to date on whenever I do upload the next videos. All right, have a good day, everyone, and take care.